The largest child sex trafficking ring in the world is unfolding right before our eyes. At the very heart of it, of course, is civilians. As I was speaking with journalist Vanessa Beeley a couple of weeks ago here about the concern in Rafah, the specific concern is about the children. Many of the tens of thousands of these children now have no parents. Their parents were killed in northern Gaza. So there's a lot of children here who have no parents. They're orphans by all accounts. And the largest child sex trafficking ring in the world is unfolding right before our eyes. But in the meantime, there will be bombs. There will be military strikes. These children, these women will be killed. What's your assessment of it from a military perspective? I mean, what we're hearing from Israel, of course, is they're all terrorists, right? That's who these people are. And if we unfold and we don't stop this red line, we're going after the terrorists, right? But they're not terrorists, the people that are there. In large part, they're women and children.
You know, what's that old saying? One man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. Let's just be honest about the civilians of Gaza right now. They're being used by all parties, including Hamas, to achieve political and military ends. The suffering of the Gazan population was built into the Hamas plan. In order to break Israel's grip on the world, you have to destroy Israel in the eyes of the world. Meaning that you had to let Israel be Israel. You have to give them the opportunity to expose the reality of their genocidal behavior. But that can't be done in theory. It has to be done in reality. And so tragically, the people of Gaza were put out there to be slaughtered by the Israelis. This has always been the plan of Hamas from day one. And the people of Gaza know this. So it's hard to call them civilians. I know they're civilians legally, and I know our heart bleeds for them. But, Shinwar, the head of Hamas, wrote a book of fiction, but it's based on reality. The children of the camps, these orphans you speak of, yes, they're being exploited horribly, sex trafficking, no parents, etc. They're children of the camps. Everybody who lives in Gaza today is a child of the camps. Let's be honest, if humanitarian goods flowed in today, it wouldn't change that outcome. They'll still be children of the camps, condemned to be born and to die in the camps. The only way you change this is to make the camps become the homeland, become Palestine. And so they aren't civilians. They're warriors. They're martyrs. They're people who are being sacrificed and are willing to be sacrificed for a greater cause. That doesn't legitimize anything that Israel's doing, but I just don't want to diminish what's being done here. These are not innocent victims. These are people, these are heroes, all, except the children who aren't cognizant, except they're children of the camps, and they're taught from a very young age what it means to be a child of the camp, what it means to live in a refugee camp in perpetuity, a camp where your parents were born and your parents are going to die, where in many cases your grandparents were born and your grandparents are going to die. These are the third and fourth generation of people who have known only the camps.